Hello, sweet souls. I really wanted to do a recording since I haven't done one in a long time. Well, at least it feels like it's been a long time. So much has changed and occurred in the last couple of weeks since my last episode. And if you're joining for the first time, I'm Dani Palacio, and this is a Waking Moment podcast. This is going to be short. I'm not even where I normally record. I'm sitting in my living room for the time being. And I wanted to touch bases because I know that the energies are building. There's a lot going on a world level around this Aries energy. And if you don't know astrology, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It tends to have a very fast, I need to be first, got to get it done energy. And we've moved into that when it was spring equinox. And that was just honestly a few weeks ago near the end of March. And so I share all of that because the energy is something that I have felt a lot. I sold my home and I got the offer 2 days after it got into Aries, and it moved quickly. And I'm actually moving out of this home in Newburgh and starting something new. It feels very much like a new rebirth, a new beginning, a new entry into the world. I have had the blessings and the privilege to be able to cocoon myself and to do inner personal work. And I think we all need to do that all the time, but not every single second. So when it feels right for you, know that you are not alone when you decide to tackle an old belief or some form of distortion in your life or something that is really just almost addictive, where it's so out of balance and you don't know how to stop it. You don't know how to shift it. I've been there, and I am offering remote sessions. So if you are interested, this is a busy time, the next 4 weeks. And I know that my own energy needs and wants to be of service. So please don't feel like, "Well, I can't ask Dani for a remote session because she's so busy." Never feel that way about me. I will take responsibility for managing my schedule, and I would love to hold space for anyone that is ready for that. That said, I do not have an intended topic today other than to check in. And so when I check in with you, I'm checking in with myself as well. And I want to talk about the journey of trusting. It is a journey. It is not, oh, I trust and then it's over. It is about the everyday, moment by moment. Can I trust? Will I trust? Do I trust? And those are interesting questions to ask yourself, because sometimes I can trust, but I don't. Sometimes I'm willing to trust, but I'm not sure how. And I have been through that over the last, I don't know, maybe a year. And the trusting journey is about being self-loving and compassionate, and to be able to say yes to all those questions. Yes, I'm willing. Yes, I am. I am on the trust path requires some surrender and some release, which those words are similar, but they are different. Surrender means you give it over to the universe, God, and release means that the energy that once held that fear, that doubt, that insecurity is actually released from the body, from the cells, from the spirit, from the mind. And you need both, because then you open up to this beautiful space of potential possibility and the space to really find your faith. I share this because um, I have been given opportunities since intensely starting last August. I got the insight, knowingness around that this was coming, this phase of my life last year around this time, around April. And so here I am a year later, and I have gone through so much, like we all have. I have parents that are aging. I have aunts and uncles that are aging. And the aging process has profoundly come into my life. And most recently, one of my aunts, who is like my mom in so many ways, not that my mom was a bad mom, but this particular aunt was so integral into who I have become. And it's beautiful. And she recently had a medical scare. And so that brought into a newness around, can I trust and can I let go and can I release the fear around potentially losing her? And so I share that because I think all of us have been in some form of chaos, some form of fear around what is to come. And all I can share with you is that what is to come will come. And having fear about it doesn't actually stop it from coming, but the reality is it comes anyway. So I want to encourage you, when you're starting to feel this overwhelm, this chaos, this fear around what is to come, or around a loved one, around your own life, around your career, tune in. Don't shut down. Tune in. Find your peace. Find your core. And there's a lot of different ways to do that. Everybody has their own unique way. Breathing, yoga, walking, running, doing a routine that is consistent, praying, lighting a candle, talking to a friend, playing with their pet. All of that and so much more are all ways to help our human selves get into alignment with our soul self. And I am in the journey of having sold my house, wherein I need to move, pack everything in the next like 2.5 weeks. And I still don't know where I'm moving. I still do not have a clear, it's this condo, it's this apartment, it's this house. Don't have that. I have inklings, I guess. Is that a word? I have these little sparks, these little thoughts that go, maybe it's that. And that continues to give me hope. But what I truly do know deep in my bones, like in the bone marrow of where all life begins, where every cell is made, are the blood cells and the life force that is that blood cell that moves through your body, that, carries oxygen to your brain. All of that, I know at that deep level that my faith in the divine allows for me to say, there is a orchestration. There is a collective figuring out how to bring things in, because for all of it to occur the way it does and did and will, it takes time to bring it all together. There's so many parts that we don't understand that the divine intelligence does and says, oh, well, we need this person and we need that company and we need this to turn out. And so I cannot control that. And I don't even want to, but I can have the faith and the trust that it is being created, orchestrated to align and to come into my life exactly at the divine time. Now, I'm not going to address if you don't have a relationship with some other higher self, the universe, nature, God, the divine, goddess. If you don't have that and you are solo onto yourself, then maybe connecting with your breath, maybe connecting even with nature, maybe connecting with a friend can support you in a similar way. And so I just want to encourage you to trust and find your faith, whatever that might be for you, and take really good care of yourself. So I have learned, particularly in the last year, that as much as I give, I personally need to recoup. So I need to rest. I need to rebuild my energy. And so whatever yours is around that, find your truth. Remember, this podcast is dedicated for you to discover your own truth, to help you get to feel into what is true for you. My truth is my truth, and I'm going to share it. And I encourage you to do the same. We do not have to have the same truth. We can be in community. We can love each other. we can have an amazing, incredible experience in life and we can coexist. And I will continue to let you know how things progress in my life. I'm excited to meet the fellow students in my class, Astro Alchemy Apprentice program that I am in, and I will be with them in early May, which is exciting. And who knows who's coming back from that experience? It'll be me, but maybe a slightly different version of myself. There's a potential for that. I love you all. Thank you so much and have a blessed, beautiful moment.